Da,
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 da, da, da, da, da, da, da, da, da, da. Ba, 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 da, da, da,
bum,
da,
bum,
da,
bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum.
da, 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 da. Hello, everyone. We are live, and it is nice to see you again. This is another fantastic Focus 8 to 10. You are with Kate and Monique here, and we would like to know. What would we like to know? Let me show the banner. Okay. How are you, Kate?
I'm good. How are you on this
I'm
fine Monday morning?
doing wonderfully, thank you. I've had my tea and I'm feeling good. This is our second Fine webinar, so I feel much more awake than I did an hour ago. So this is good.
Me too.
Yes. What a difference an hour makes, huh?
Yeah, that's right. All of
So
the cortisone in my body has now actually found its way to my brain, and I am awake.
indeed, indeed. So we hope you all are also awake and happy to have you joining us. What can we tell you? We like this to be participatory, so please comment at any time. We are. Who are we? We want to know who you are, what city you're in. We want to know where you are from and where your family is from. So
Yes,
we'd like
we
to.
also have really terrible amnesia. So if you know who we are, please let us know because we have no idea
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Tell us who you are, who we are.
where
And
you are and the year, if possible.
yes, the year. Exactly. Hello, Sole. Nice to have you with us.
Good
Great.
morning.
Good to see you. So we want to know, where are you from? And the intro, by the way, says, greetings, fabulous people. Why? Because you are fabulous people. Fabulous. It's fabulous to have you. It's a beautiful adjective, fabulous, right? So let's see, I'll start. Where am I from? So, hello, fabulous people. I am Monique. I am from Los Angeles, California. And for today's focus, I brought my family tree. It's very large. This is my family tree. Um, Ivana. Hello, Ivana. Welcome.
Mm-hmm. She says, "Hi, Ivana from Sardinia. Like my family, I live in Milan. What about you?"
Very
Nice.
nice. Okay, so I'm Ivana from, so Ivana without the comma, right? I'm Ivana from Sardinia. Good spelling in English of Sardinia.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nice,
I'm Ivana
nice.
from Sardinia. Lovely.
Good. Yeah, don't forget, yeah, the verb to do. Good job.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, who are you and where are you from? All right, Sole, let's see here. Sole says, I'm from Calabria, but my mother's family. Remember, it's genitive as. I think Kate has left us for 1 minute, but I'm sure she will be back. My mother's family is half Albanian and half Slovenian. That's fantastic. Very cool. All right, half Albanian and half Slovenian. Is that what you mean? Sole, my mother's family is half Albanian and half Slovenian. Very cool. That's very interesting, Sole. Nice. Okay. Anyone else joining us, please let us know where you're from and where your family is from. Da, 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 da. Okay. Kate, I would suggest go out and come back in. Okay, lovely. So let's see here. Anyone else who's joining us? We want to know where you are from and where your family is from. So, for example, I could say, my mom is from New York. She was born in the Bronx, which is the north part of Manhattan, and she now lives in Los Angeles, where I'm from originally, born and raised. So just let us know in the comments. You can also use this lovely image here to tell us more about your family. So, for example, where is your mom from? Where are your grandparents from? Okay. Um, let's see here if we can get Kate back with us. Okay. So where are you from? Where is your family from? do let us know. And remember, you can always go to the Facebook page, MySSOS on Facebook when we're not doing webinars. But we are indeed doing a webinar. So no, Kate, unfortunately not. We have Kate who's trying to get back in, but that's okay. I'm sure she will. They're all from Sardinia. Very nice, Ivana. Very nice. All from Sardinia. Okay, smiley face. Good. Beautiful place, Sardinia. What part of Sardinia are you from, Ivana? Which part of Sardinia? I am from Los Angeles, which is Southern California. Let's see here. My grandmother was born in London, for example, and then she moved to New York when she was 16 years old. She moved on her own because her brother was living in New York already. Okay. Anyone else like to share where your family is from? Antonio, I love Baia, Sardinia. Lovely. We used to stay there and don't move. So if you're using the past tense, we used to stay there. We used to stay there and didn't move. Cool. So we used to stay there and didn't move. I'm from the north part of the island. Nice. So I've been to Alghero. Okay, we're here, for example, and Olbia. I love Sardinia. It's beautiful. Antonio says, I used to go on holiday. Okay, so I used to go on holiday. In Sardinia in summer. It's so beautiful. I used to go on holiday. Yeah. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. All right. Let's take a look at what we have today for our lovely focus. Okay, so it's talking about family ties. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All righty. So between Alghero and Olbia. Cool. That's great, Ivana. Beautiful. What is that? What is the, right near Alghero, there's a place going north. I went once with my ex. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, lovely. So thank you for sharing, everyone. So family ties. What are family ties? Can you tell me or tell us? Ties, exactly. What are ties? Enrico says, hi, I'm Enrico. All of my family and me are from Emilia. Okay, fantastic. Good. So all of my family. Yeah, exactly. Ivana, Capocaccia. Wow, you bring good memories to my mind. Exactly. Put your ties on your shirt. Okay. So what does tie mean? One tie can be a tie that you wear here, like a dress tie. So that would be a tie is elegant thing you wear, elegant attire. That is one tie, elegant attire you wear around your neck. However, in this case, plural ties is like, for example, when you have shoes, you tie your shoelaces. Ties are something that connects things together. Laces that connect things together. Okay, so ties, laces that connect things together. So in this case, family ties, I'll show you my family tree. This is my family tree. Ties are the connection between you. So family ties are connections between you and other family members. Okay, Tatiana. Hi, I'm Tatiana. I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia, but now I live in Lyon, France. How nice, Tatiana, visiting from France now. My family is from Russia. Father is from the European part. Mother is from the Asian part. Fantastic. Is tie uncountable? No, Antonio, tie is countable. So I have one tie, two ties, etc. Tie is countable. So family ties. Okay, exactly. Yes, Ivana, that is a tie as well. Yeah. So that is a tie. But in this case, it's saying family ties. It's not talking about the ties that you and your family wear. It's not talking about your dads, your brothers, your moms, your friends' ties. No. This is specifically about the connection between you and your family members, right? Because you were born to your mother, there's a blood connection, right? So we're talking also about genetics, right? Okay, you're connected to your family because you were born into your family. So good. All right, let's move forward, everyone. Dun, dun. So hopefully Kate will join us again. She's trying to get back in with the internet, but let us continue together here. So family ties we see in this focus activity, describing your family dynamics. So dynamics, if anyone's a musician or likes music, dynamics is loud and soft, right? So loud and soft. These are dynamics. So you can also have dynamics in a relationship, the relationship dynamics. This would mean, do you have a good relationship with your parents? Do you have a good relationship with your brother, your sister? These are family dynamics. And then asking and answering questions about your family. Okay, lovely. So also in mechanic, Arafat, also in mechanic. How do you mean mechanic? Maybe dynamics is used in mechanics? I'm not sure, Arafat. Can you describe what you mean in more detail? So everyone, how are your family dynamics? Do you have a good relationship with your family? Probably for people living at home now with their families, it's a lot of time to spend with your family, right? So do you have a good relationship? For example, I have a good dynamic with my mom. We have a good relationship. She's very friendly. She is 78 years old. She lives in Los Angeles and in West LA. And really is really a lovely person, very friendly and everything. So let's see. And my brother lives in Brooklyn, in New York. And it's been really nice because I've been talking to him much more lately since this whole COVID-19 has started, because he lives in New York and he now is also in lockdown. So we've been speaking a lot, which has been really nice. And we've been playing chess together, which is a game that I love. All right. So while we wait for Arafat to respond, let's move forward into this lovely focus. Okay. All right, everybody. So we can see who's that. Who's that? So in mechanic. Okay. Who's that? So we see some different examples. Okay, good. I have a good dynamic with my aunt. That's so nice, Sole. I'm glad. Antonio, I have a good dynamic with my mom and my brother, but I don't have a good dynamic with my dad. Okay, it happens. It happens. This is natural, right? It's difficult to have a good relationship with everyone. Yeah. Ivana, we've got a good relationship. We've got, or even simpler, Ivana, we have a good relationship. We have a good relationship because we live so far from each other. Ivana, I completely understand. Probably the same for me. We have a good relationship because we live so far from each other. Yeah, I mean, my mom is in LA. My brother is in Brooklyn. I totally understand, Ivana. Yeah. Arafat, it is very difficult to explain in English. I'm sorry. That's okay. That's okay. But you had said also in mechanic, we'll just assume that you're talking about dynamics, and that's okay, Arafat, no problem. But Arafat, if you want to try, that's what we're here for. So you can try to explain it and we'll try to understand. Leonardo, I have a good dynamic with my bros. They're very nice to me. Okay, one note, bros is very commonly used in the US, maybe not in other places like the Bahamas, South Africa, the UK, Ireland. Bros to me sounds very colloquial. So bros, very, like, it's very common in Los Angeles to be like, hey, bro, what's up? Right? Bro is also like dude or friend or hey, bro. So just know that's a small cultural difference. It's a sort of stress in the engine. How cool. Arafat, that's very interesting. Wow. Okay, thank you for sharing. Good. Let's see here. I agree with Antonio. I also have a bad dynamic with my father. You might say I have a bad relationship, more so than a bad dynamic. I have a bad relationship with my father. Okay. Siblings. Good. What are siblings? What are siblings? Can someone tell me what siblings are? What are siblings? For example, I have one sibling. My mom has no siblings, and my dad has one sibling. So Antonio says siblings, and I'm asking, it's a very funny word. Siblings, yeah, okay, instead of bros. But what are siblings? Good, okay. Yes, good question, right. Siblings are brothers and sisters. Yeah, siblings are brothers and sisters. Exactly. So it's a very funny word in English, right? So if you say brothers, it's all male. If you say sisters, it's all female. So siblings means brothers and sisters. Exactly. So do you have siblings? Does anyone out there have siblings? Good. My sister? Yeah. So you can say my sibling. If you have one, it's more common to say my brother, my sister. Also, siblings is just a very factual word. It's not like bros, right? It's not at all like bros. And in fact, in more slang, bro can be anybody, right? You could be like, he's my bro, even if there's no relationship. It's a slang way of saying my good friend, my bro. Antonio, I have a sibling, my brother Astolfo. What a cool name. Astolfo, I've never heard that name. Sole, yes, one, just an older brother. Remember N with the N. I have just two brothers. Okay. I have two siblings, two brothers. Very cool. Okay, awesome. So lots of people have brothers and sisters. Fantastic. Okay, teacher, thank you for the explanation. My pleasure. Thank you for thanking me. All right. So let's look here. Can you all see? Right in here, we want to say, who's that? So you know that we can say the first example, number one, Max is the brother of my mother, but it's really long. Max is the brother of my mother. How can we say this? How can we find a way to say this where it's much easier, right? It's much more compact. So we want to say Max is my what? Is my what? Max is the brother of my mother. We're talking about possessive. We want genitive S here. Max is my, awesome. Okay, good. Max is my uncle. Fantastic. Okay, good. Max is my uncle. Unfortunately, it doesn't show it when I click, but yes, that's the correct answer. Max is my uncle. Number two. Jill is my husband's sister. Jill is my what? Jill is my husband's sister. So Jill is I'm going to try to make this large. Okay. Jill is my husband's sister. Okay, Sole is suggesting sister-in-law. Jill is my husband's sister. Exactly. So everyone, when we say in-law, what that means is connected to law, right? So when you have a marriage, it means you put a ring on, and through the law, through the government, you're connecting with another person. So that means, yes, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Okay, good. Yes, Antonio, Kate has gone. We missed her. She will be back shortly. She's restarting her computer. So let's go to number 3, where we see Brett is the son of my brother. Brett is my What? He is the son of my brother. So, the son of my brother. So, I have a brother, but my brother does not have any children. He has a girlfriend that he's been dating for 3 years who is lovely. I like her a lot. They both live in Brooklyn. Okay, we have a suggestion here. Brett is the son of my brother. Awesome. However, what about the spelling? The sound is correct. Nephew, the sound is nephew. Almost, Sole, nephew. The sound again is nephew, but no, so it's N. Hey, there we go, good. Antonio, exactly, nephew. So everyone, careful with the spelling, right? Nephew. Brett is my nephew. Okay, good. That's nephew. What if Mary is the daughter of my brother? What is the opposite? Right, the opposite. Okay, we're not binary here, but what if you have nephew, then you also have a nephew for male and for female? What? Can you tell me? It's 5 letters long. So, nephew and yes, excellent. Ivana, Tatiana, fantastic. You got it. Niece, exactly. So, nephew and niece. Awesome. It looks like we have Kate who's almost joining us again. How nice to see you. Welcome back. We missed you.
Hi,
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's connection issues. I had to restart the whole computer.
No problem. We're happy to have you back. We have made it to number 5 here. So now that you're with us, can you read number 5 for us?
Sure. Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband. He is my...
Yeah, so this one's not easy, everyone. Henry is the son of my mother. Okay, yes. We have a welcome back, Kate. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey, Kate. Hooray. We're happy to have you back.
Yay.
So Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband.
Ooh.
So what to keep in mind is you have the same mother. So there is a blood connection, right?
Mhm.
There's an actual connection between both. There's a mother in common.
Ah, nice. Okay. I think Ivana got it.
So
Yeah.
someone says brother-in-law.
Oh,
Remember that brother-in-law is through marriage. So if I'm married and my husband has a brother, that's my brother-in-law. Kate, do you have a brother-in-law?
Yes. I really had to think about that. Yes.
Okay, cool. Fantastic.
Ooh.
All right, so let's go back in. Sorry, I got out 1 second. All right, so we have a few suggestions. So not brother-in-law. Is it stepbrother? Is it brother-in-law? Is it half-brother? Stepbrother. What is the difference of stepbrother and half-brother?
Great.
So remember, one is connected with blood and the other one is not. So I will write it down here so you can all see. And once you see it, then I want you to answer it. So half brother or half sister, you have one parent in common. Stepsister, stepbrother, no parents in common. So look at number 5 again, the same blood, right? So look at number 5 again. Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband.
What do we think that is?
Yeah, what do we think that is? Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband. So can someone guess? Sorry. I'm okay.
Bless you.
Thank you very much. So for number 5, Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband. Is Henry my half brother or my stepbrother?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
This is often confused, right? It is really common for it to be confused. So
Yes.
Henry is the son of my mother and her second husband. Any ideas? Is it stepbrother? Is it half brother? Stepbrother? Half brother? Shall we reveal the answer?
Yeah. Do you have the harmonica ready?
Henry is my. Yes, Tatiana got it right. Good. Henry is my half brother. Good. So, half parent? Do we say half parent? No, because you either it. That's interesting though. Can you say you're half mother? No.
My
No.
half mother.
No. It's done with brother and sister. So here we see half brother, half sister. So no, it's my Henry is my half brother. Same blood, right? You saw the same mother, right? So Kate, can you read number 6?
Sure. Hannah is the daughter of my father's new wife. She is my.
Yes. So what you want to ask yourself is there a blood relation or not? Is there, like, genetically speaking, do you have a connection with that person?
Goods.
Fantastic. Okay, really well done. Yeah, exactly. So Hannah is my stepsisters. Does anyone have any stepsisters or stepbrothers? Do you, Kate, have any stepsisters or stepbrothers?
Nope.
All righty. So let's see here. I'm having to move things around. All righty. So shall we move forward? Good. Everyone got it. Okay, great. So I hope that's clear for everyone. Lovely. So let's mosey along here in our focus.
So I have a question.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Sole.
Why not?
So let's go back here. Good question. Are you asking about number 6? Why not half sister? Because there's no blood connection, right? Hannah is the daughter of my father's new wife, meaning Hannah's mom is different than my mom. Is that clear? So there's no blood connection at all. Exactly. Good. Because of the blood. Yeah. Is that clear, Sole? Let us know. And it's much more common in the States to have half brothers, half sisters, stepbrothers, stepsisters, right? Which is why sometimes it's hard to understand. It's not only the language, it's also like, divorce. The divorce rate is much higher in the United States than in Italy. So, all right. So let's move on. Kate, can you tell us what the next slide is all about?
Sure. Okay. Family phrasal verbs. So we have these phrasal verbs. We are going to decide if they refer to the way a person was raised, so their experiences as a child, or if it's about their genetics, their biology, okay, about their physical, mental, or emotional traits.
Well,
yeah, the vocabulary. Can you read it for me?
Okay, yeah, of course. So Sole says, oh, sorry, I thought she was the daughter of both. No, exactly. Just going back here 1 second. Hannah is the daughter of my father's new wife. So no, she's not the daughter of both. She's the daughter of my father and his new wife, right? So no connection. No worries. Thank you, though. So let's see here. Yes, I would love to read these verbs. Here we have to bring up, to take after, to raise or to be raised, passive, to run in the family, to look after, and to get something from. Okay? So what we want to do is put these in the 2 different categories. So there's one category is upbringing, one category is inherit. Ivana is asking, where are you from, Kate?
I am originally from Portland, Oregon, in the United States of America.
Lovely. And yes, you can absolutely wave to your sister Paola. We can wave to Paola as well. Hello, Paola. Hello, sister. What is Back to the Social's name? Is that Leonardo? I can't remember. Leonardo. Okay. Hello, Paola, Leonardo's sister. Nice to see you. What is the meaning of inherit? So, inherit can have different meanings. Inherit is to get, to receive. So, often when someone passes away, you inherit their property or belongings. So, for example, if you have a great grandfather who's 100 years old and he owns a very beautiful diamond ring, when he dies, the next in line inherits it. Hello, Simone, welcome. So, that is to inherit. In this case, though, we are talking about genetics. So, maybe you have blue eyes because your mom and dad have blue eyes, so you inherit, you get it. Okay, pleasure, Sole. Thank you, thank you. And again, hello to Simone who's joining us. So,
Right.
looking at these verbs, to bring up, would that go more in upbringing or inherit? We want to put it in one or the other category. So, I also, when I think inherit the wind.
Oh, wow.
Old film, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, so let us know. We're starting with bring up, right?
Yeah, so to bring up.
Yeah.
So-
Which category bring up? Do you think? Yes, it's yes. Ooh, nice.
Okay, good. Clearly, we have the same words in it, right? Upbringing, bring up. So that's very good, good usage of your instincts.
Yeah. We also have what does upbringing mean?
Yeah, or to bring up. What does it mean?
Yeah, your upbringing. Okay, so upbringing is a noun, and it is the noun for the way, okay, your childhood experiences and also your experiences with your family when you were young. So it's the way, the method your parents used when you were a child, your upbringing,
Yeah.
what you learned, how they treated you.
And then we have to bring up, which is the verb connected to upbringing. So you bring up someone, like you could say your parents brought you up, or sometimes if someone's parents pass away, their grandparents brought them up, right? Okay. Hello, Vincenzo. He says, I think it is about education.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, exactly.
Yeah, the word is a bit of a false friend. So let's start there. So when you say education in Italian, what you mean are manners. Manners. This idea, my cat is opening the door. Manners are like to be polite, to be formal, okay? And education is about school in English. When people say, are you educated? They're asking, did you go to university? Did you go to high school? So in this case, though, you do learn things from your parents. So it is about education in that way, but you learn manners from your parents. So it's about your manners in this case, is what you mean.
Right, exactly. So just to write that in words too, to have good manners, to be polite versus to be educated, to be well educated, to have studied a lot in school, right? Okay, he says, okay, good.
Okay.
So let's pass on to the next one, to take after. So this is a phrasal verb, right? We have the verb plus the preposition that changes the meaning. So to take after. Which category would that go in? Upbringing or inherit? And remember that inherit is connected to DNA. It's connected to genetics. Have you ever done a DNA test?
No, I don't. I've never done it. No, you?
No, I haven't, but I would be interested in doing it. I mean, yeah, where you do the cotton swab and stuff. There are also bad manners. Exactly, Simone. There are also bad manners, yeah. So for take after, which would you put it in? Upbringing or inherit? To take after.
Yeah.
Is it about how your parents raised you, or is it just something that you inherited? It's something that you got.
Yeah. Do you want to give a sample sentence? Something maybe you.
Yeah, like stubbornness runs in my family. So I take after my dad in that I'm quite stubborn.
Perfect.
What about you?
Perfect. Yeah, I think in my personality, I take after my dad. But for
Mhm.
my physical, like my body, the way I look, I take after my grandmother,
Oh,
actually.
really? How interesting.
Yes, I look a lot like her.
Oh,
When
wow.
my age.
Ivana says, because I don't exactly know its meaning. Okay. And Sole is suggesting inherent. So
Yeah.
the meaning of to take after is not to take, right? It's phrasal verb. So to take is I take your glass. This is to take after, which is purely genetic, right? It's related to genes. Okay, exactly. So let me write here that inherit is related to genetics, genes, DNA, right? So
Mhm.
Ivana, I hope that's clear. So yeah, we have inherit, to take after, going and inherit, right? To take after. Oh no, Ivana! But there's only 25,000 phrasal verbs. No. We're sorry, Ivana. Phrasal verbs are very difficult. We realize it, but it's through practice that you learn them, right? So no worries. Let's go to the next one, to raise or to be raised. So to raise, I can raise a glass. I raise my glass for a toast for all of us who are surviving the quarantine. Yes, we are. So that's to raise a glass. But this is different. This is to raise a child or to be raised. So would that go in upbringing or in inherit?
Okay. Bye bye, Leonardo.
Okay, bye, Leonardo. Thank you for being here. So you say goodbye to your sister, Paula, as well. Thank you. Vincenzo is suggesting upbringing. All right, shall we reveal it? To
Yeah.
raise. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, upbringing. Good. Exactly. To be raised, upbringing. So the next one, to run in the family.
Mm-hmm.
To run in the family. Which one is that?
Is there something that runs in your family, Monique?
Yes. Aside from stubbornness, what runs in my family? I would say maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. What about you? Is there something that runs in your family?
Oh, yes. We are all teachers.
Are you serious? That's
Yes.
amazing. What does your family teach? Like, what do your other family members teach?
My grandmother was a science teacher. My
Cool.
grandfather was a math teacher. My father was an adjunct professor for psychology, and now I teach English.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
No one in my family is teachers. Like, no one. That's really interesting. One note for everyone, family members. I said it, so I thought I'd mention that to you all. So I asked Kate because I don't know Kate's family, what it's made, what it's composed of. I don't know who is in her family. So to say it generically, I just asked what family members of yours teach, right? So you can always use that to be more broad, more generic, okay? Sole is suggesting to run, inherit. Let's reveal it. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Good. So
Mhm.
something runs in the family. Cool. Okay. To look after.
Mhm.
Look after.
Okay.
Which one is that? To look after.
So who looked after you when you were young, Monique?
Nannies looked after me when I was young. Random nannies that I don't even like, that I didn't really know. Well, pretty much, yeah, because my parents both worked and they were often out of the house. So, and the nanny changed like often. So, what
Oh,
about you? Who looked after you when you were growing up?
um, my parents, my mother and father, and then later just my father, and then I looked after myself.
Wow, okay, that's hard. That's rough. Yeah. To look after oneself. So, does look after go into upbringing or inherit? Do you inherit or is it part of your upbringing? Good, Sole. Awesome. Exactly. Look after. Yeah. And the last one we shall reveal for you all because it's the final one. To get something from. Well, 3, 2, 1. To get something from someone. So you can get a present from someone, right? But you can also get your blue eyes from your grandmother, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to write. Otherwise, let's move forward so we can look at actually using these. So, Kate, would you like to read this lovely article about Full House?
Sure. Okay. Full House. Alice was raised in a small town outside of Chicago. Her mom raised her and her 4 siblings to be independent, caring, and helpful. When she was younger, she often looked after her younger siblings. For years, her mom has tried to raise them to be religious too, since she was brought up in a very religious household. My cat. As teenagers, Alice and her siblings have rebelled against their religious upbringing.
Ooh. Okay. Ivana gives an example. I got my blue eyes from my mom. Okay, good example. Very
Not
good example.
true. I like the
So-
parenthetical. Not true.
Yeah, exactly. So do we have any new vocabulary in here? Any questions about the usage? You see all these words, all these verbs we just looked at showing up in here. We saw siblings before, brothers and sisters. Let's see here. So she often looked after her younger siblings, right? She took care of them. Let's see here. As teenagers, Alice and her siblings have rebelled, right? Rebellion. So let's look at some questions that we want to ask you. For example, number 1, where were you raised? So can you tell us, where were you raised? For example, I was raised in Los Angeles. We moved a lot. Los Angeles is a very big city, and I don't even know how many times we moved. We lived in Hollywood for about 8 years, and that was my favorite part of town. Then we moved to the Valley, which was not my favorite part of town. Then my parents divorced, and my dad moved to the south of Los Angeles, to the port of Los Angeles, called San Pedro. And my mom lives in West LA. And then, so we moved a lot, but I was definitely raised in the city of Los Angeles. So can you tell us in the comments, where were you raised, right? Where were you raised? Kate, where were you raised?
Well, I was actually raised in Maryland. So the beginning of my story, quickly, I was on the eastern shore of Maryland, very small town. Later in life, when I lived with only my father, I moved to northern Maryland on the border of Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland in this sort of little corner. Then later in life, I moved and I lived with just a roommate in Delaware. And then I moved to Portland, Oregon. And after, I spent a few months in Tenino, Washington. And now I'm here in Italy.
That's amazing. What an exciting story. I mean, that's very colorful. Nice. Yeah. So Maryland is funny because the spelling is Maryland, right? Isn't it funny that it's called Maryland? And then the thing with Delaware, my ex spent a long time spent 1 year in Delaware. And he was telling me how you say Delaware.
Delaware, yeah, because
just like Molise in Italy, nobody knows where Delaware really is. So
no,
okay.
They're not sure if it's real.
So we have a question. Is raised similar to grown up? I was raised or I grew up.
Kind of. So
raised.
You grow up. Your parents raise you. So like the action you take is grow up. The action your parents take is to raise you.
But you could, I mean, for example, if I say I was raised in LA and then I say I grew up in LA, it's a similar meaning, but yeah, like Kate said, raised is you're raised by someone.
Yeah.
Whereas grew up is just nature. It's just like you're a baby and then you just get bigger with food and water. It's just It just happens. So,
Not simple, yeah.
Vincenzo. I was raised in a small town in Calabria, south of Italy. Good. Ivana, can you read Ivana's?
Sure. I was raised in a very small town in Sardinia by my parents. Good.
Cool. Enrico, I was raised in a small town in Reggio Emilia or in the small town of? Were you raised in Reggio Emilia or outside Reggio Emilia? Let's see, Tatiana.
I was raised in St. Petersburg by my parents and especially by my grandmother. Wow, cool.
But in this case, Tatiana, you would say I was brought up by my parents and my grandmother, as opposed to I was raised by, right? So not I was raised by. So this might be confusing.
What's the difference? Yeah, let them know. What is the difference?
Yeah, because I was raised by my mom. It's a good question, though. I was brought up by. Can you say what the difference is? I was raised by.
I didn't think there was a difference.
Oh, would you use both? Would you say I was raised by my mom?
Sure, yeah.
I was raised by. I guess I was brought up sounds more natural, though.
Yeah, I would say it's a stronger lexical choice. I was brought up by.
Okay. So I guess I stand corrected. I was brought up by. I was raised by my parents. Maybe you wouldn't say I was raised in St. Petersburg by. I'm not sure. For some reason, Tatiana, it looked funny, but I was raised. I guess okay. I was raised in Calabria, says Sole. Okay, Ivana. I guess I was brought up in a good way. That's great. Good. What about Sole here, Kate?
I mainly was raised by my brother and alone because my parents worked all day long.
Yeah, okay. My parents also worked all day long. Yeah, okay. Enrico, outside Reggio Emilia. Good. So going back to Enrico, so I was raised in a small town near Reggio Emilia, right? Let's see here. Okay, Tatiana, thanks. So Simone asks, so it doesn't exist someone grow me up?
No, because you are acting on yourself. So you are growing up. You are growing. It's just an action you take alone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Someone brought me up. I grew up. So yeah, when you say someone, you would say someone brought me up. Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's see the second question. Did you look after your siblings? Do you have siblings? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, but I have I have two half sisters and a half brother, and they are significantly older than me. So like 20 years or so.
So you probably didn't look after them. Generally, you look after who's younger, right? Generally. However, anything can happen. Yeah. And I have a younger brother who's 5 years younger than me, who lives in Brooklyn. And not exactly, because he's 5 years younger. And he's 5 years younger. When I was 13, my parents decided to divorce, which was a fantastic decision because they argued and yelled all the time. So my brother went to live with my dad, and I actually went to Rome for 1 year for school. And then I was in boarding schools and stuff. So I didn't live at home anymore from when I was 13. So I didn't really spend a lot of time with my brother, right? So that's why it took us a long time to even establish a relationship. It's only as adults that we kind of got to know each other, I would almost say. Yeah, let's see here. Tatiana says, I looked after my younger brother. That's so sweet. Vincenzo, my parents, mom and dad raised me and my younger sister. Good usage. And can you read Sole's?
Sure. My brother is 12 years older and we don't have similar traits.
Yeah.
I relate to you.
Yeah, I can relate to you as well. My brother is older also, and we don't have similar traits at all. Although we both have light eyes. We both have green eyes. So, all right, good. Does anyone have any last questions as we're wrapping this up? It's not easy to talk about family, right? Family dynamics can be difficult, but That's cool. It's still good vocabulary to have. So remember, siblings, brothers and sisters, nephew and niece, right? What other vocabulary have we looked at? Well, family ties, right? Family ties. We want to thank you very much. Remember, you can always go to the Mayas SOS Facebook group, which is 24 hours a day. You can ask any English questions you have or share comments or anything. We will see you again soon for another fantastic webinar. We want to thank you for being with Kate and myself today. Be positive. Have a nice lunch. Use this time well. Thank you. Thank you for the little heart. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, everyone. We enjoyed the time with you. Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely day. We will see you next time. That's right, Maura. Positive go. Exactly. Cheers. Bye, everyone.
Bye.